Hey guys, what is up? Eric Hill here, one half of the Hill Twins, and today we're back at it again for another video. That is right. As you guys can see, we're doing something a little bit different today, and we will be talking about the new product that Bandai is releasing for the Dragon Ball Super Fusion card game, Fusion World Set 5, which is FB05, titled New Adventure. The release date for this product is February 14th, 2025. So that does put us on Valentine's Day, which is really cool. You know, we're getting this set that's being released on Valentine's Day. So for my ladies and for my gents, don't be afraid to tell your partner. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm gonna need some new Dragon Ball Super card game product, boo. And go on and, you know, get your packs. So yeah, jumping into this, there are a few key points to take from this new set. As you guys can see, there are going to be 5 new types of leaders. Typically, we're getting 1 leader per color, which is amazing. That's one of the things I love about the Dragon Ball Super card game Fusion World. It's very simple, and we don't have to worry about having a multitudinous amount of leaders in a set. Just really kind of skewering the meta and trying to figure out what is best or not. It's just 5 leaders, and you know, face front, they all are pretty decent for the most part, and just depends on how you combine cards to make these leaders more powerful. This set actually does go into the Daima world, so that's what the DA stands for. As you guys know, Dragon Ball has released their new series, Dragon Ball Daima. Very cool, interesting, you know, new series that goes into the Dragon Ball world's Demon World, and it really gives us a lot of new information about Dragon Ball Z and Super, which is pretty interesting. So don't be afraid to check that out. That is going to be what a lot of these cards are developed from, so you can kind of develop your own relationship with your characters and the cards that you play if you actually watch the episodes. So without further ado, let's jump into this new FB05001 Son Goku Mini Dai. And this card is actually pretty interesting. So as you guys can see, and I'll zoom in real quick. So on the Unawakened side, he's a 15k leader, pretty synonymous with all the other leaders. When attacking, draw 1 card. That is just going to be the face front for a lot of these Unawakened leaders. Allows you to draw a card when attacking. And the Awakened scales do vary, but this one is similar to what we've seen in the past. Activate main, battle if the conditions are met. When your life is at 4 or less, draw 1 card and flip this card over. At that point, he does evolve into this new Son Goku, which is 20k power that we see, and when attacking he still maintains the same effect, draw 1 card, but his activate main is pretty interesting. So he has an activate main, which you'll find in the orange text box, and it's a once per turn effect. Choose up to 1 of your battle cards with DA in its name in your battle area, and it gets 10k for the turn. This is a very powerful effect. As you guys know, there are some cards going into this new set that has been released or previewed rather, and they you know, have like dual attack in a sense or double strike, and this is just going to give them that buff for the turn, and it's just going to allow for massive numbers and just big pumps that just can do damage, and this is going to be every single turn. So if you look at the Black Son Goku leader that uses an energy marker or an energy to pump one of your battle cards 10k, and if you use the energy marker, he gets 15k. It's a very powerful effect, and you get to do it for free in a sense with this leader. So we know that that's going to be pretty troublesome. And this is their statement: once per turn, 1 of your battle cards with DA in their name can get 10k power during that turn. Battle alongside Diamond battle cards with this simple but powerful effect. I agree, it is a very simple effect, but it is powerful when we're looking at the exchange of resources, especially in this card game where there are no negates and numbers is the name of the game. Now we have our new Vegeta FB05 025, and this was one of my favorite leaders going into this set. He's a very powerful leader, and I'll explain to you guys why. So this is the blue leader for set 5, 15k, and when attacking, draw 1 card. So again, that same effect. But his awaken is actually pretty interesting, guys. If you can see, activate main or battle. When your life is at 4 or less, place the top 10 cards of your deck into their owner's drop. Then flip this card over. So his archetype is very interesting because he deals with milling himself out to produce a certain amount of cards in the drop to start activating these powerful effects that will ultimately give him a battle gain, and a battle buffer, and that's really powerful. So on his awakened side, he's a 20k leader. Permanent, your turn. If you have 20 or more cards in your drop, this card gets plus 20k power when attacking. Draw 1 card. And so that's pretty big. If you guys thought that the android leader from set 1, where when attacking, if you have 6 or more energy, gets plus 10k, swinging for 30k, was a problem, then this card, swinging for 40k every turn and drawing a card, is definitely going to be a problem. That's a super combo and some in this game, which is pretty intense because there are no negates, as we've seen in Masters. And like I said, combined with the cards for his set, for this set, it's going to be a very powerful effect. During your turn, if you have 20 more cards in your drop, your leader power will increase by 20k as a permanent effect. Combining with cards that multiply your drop to overwhelm your opponent with power of 40k, and that is going to be an issue 100%. We do see a power creep because, again, just being a 40k leader base, you are on a time limit, but you can stop milling yourself at some point. So the time limit will be obviously decking out, but there is a secret rare, obviously, in this deck that does not allow you to lose the game when you deck out. And that's probably going to be the secret rare of choice. So we can anticipate this leader card playing that. Moving into our green leader for the set, we have FB05, 49, Son Goku, and again, these leaders are going to be very interesting because they're going to do a lot of what the previous leaders that we've seen done, but just at a different degree. So he's interesting. When attacking, draw 1 card, and he differs in his awaken just a little bit. He actually awakens when your life is at 3 or less. Draw 1 card, flip him over. Now, he's not a 25k, although he does have that 3 or less awakening condition, 3 or less life awakening condition. It's typically things we've seen, obviously, with Zamasu, Brawley, and a few of the other 25k leaders. But he has a permanent. On your turn, this card gets 10k power. So that's just bananas, because a leader being able to swing for 30 or 40k every turn is pretty big, 100%. And he does it just for free. Now, end of your turn, discard 1 card from your hand. If your life is at 2 or less, and you have 7 or less energy, add the top card of your deck to your life. So, one of the beautiful things about him is that he can recur life, which is big, and he is a green leader, so he'll be able to utilize all the green ramp cards. You're going to get to 7 energy, and you're going to be able to start utilizing very powerful effects. He does not draw, something to take note of, and I think that is a fair drawback because he attacks every turn for 30k. So essentially, it's like you drew a card and comboed it. And then paired up with, Green's big, powerful boss monsters. I'm thinking that definitely he's going to be an issue. And you look at him, he's going to be able to utilize a lot of the cards that was utilized for the green 3-drop Vegeta deck. Just playing that low to the ground green, but he's also a Saiyan, so he gets to utilize a lot of their most powerful, big effects, which is big. You can be very flexible with this deck, I feel, and just being able to heal your life is going to be very big. You also have cards like Hercule that will allow this leader to actually, benefit largely from not drawing, just because Herc is going to be able to pick up 2 cards from the drop, and essentially, not having a hand or not being able to draw is not going to matter as much. So yeah, green is just a very powerful color. Moving into our next leader for yellow, it's going to be Janemba Sama. One of my favorite leaders going into this set. Janemba has always been one of my favorite characters in the Dragon Ball Z universe. When he was revealed, it kind of reminded me a lot of Boo, being that baby Janemba is like, big and round and stuff, also very powerful, but he also transformed into the Super Janemba, which obviously he's the GOAT. So that being said, when attacking, he's a 15k leader, and when attacking, he draws 1 card, and then when your life is at 4 or less, you draw 1 card and flip him over. And when that happens, you have the 20k awakened leader. When attacking, you switch 2 of your energy to active mode. So this is a very unique leader card. You're going to be switching your energy to active mode, and it's going to allow for insane plays, guys. Activate main once per turn. You get to pay 2 energy, draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in their battle area and switch it to rest mode. And this is really powerful because you get to draw a card for 2 energy and rest a card that you might have no access to resting. Maybe your cards don't rest big giant cards. There's a lot of synergy this leader has with a lot of the yellow cards that can make him a very powerful leader, and then pairing him up with the yellow cards that do draw cards, you have a situation where he can just flood the board with those cards, and if they don't have board wipes or things of that sort, pardon me, those cards be turned into blockers, and you just can fill your hand and do a lot of different things. And so I'm definitely going to have a list out for him very, very soon. I really think this leader is very dope. This leader is very dope, and I think he has a lot of potential if played correctly. Moving on to our next card. We can actually look at what they said for him, right? Sorry. When attacking, you can switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode, and once per turn, you can use 2 energy to draw 1 card and rest 1 of your opponent's battle cards. Battle strategically by combining these 2 effects. I agree. Now, the last leader for the leader set, which is going to be our black leader of choice, Gogeta. I am on the yay side for this leader. We've been seeing a lot of people with the nay. Just really curious about how he's going to operate. And let me just explain to you what he does first, guys, and then we'll just jump into my thoughts. When attacking, you get to draw 1 card, and then he awakens as every other leader, as the majority of the leaders. Activate main battle. When your life is at 4 or less, flip this card over. He gets the power boost. He's a 20k leader. And when attacking, he draws 1 card, and then activate main, which is the interesting part of this leader's effect. Once per turn, if you don't have an energy marker, you may place 1 energy marker. Now, the effect may seem a little lackluster in comparison to the other black leaders, but there's something that's interesting about him. He's going to be a leader that automatically has an energy marker every turn. And you'll be able to use various powerful effects by maintaining that energy marker, such as Para Brothers, Hercule, and the new 5 drop that has been revealed. There's a lot of different effects that can be utilized by having energy markers. And, if you don't use it, you'll have that 1 extra energy that next turn to be able to do things. And combined with the SS4 Gokus, I think that this leader has a lot of potential, and he can be very toolboxy. And so we'll have to look at how we're going to construct the deck list and how we're going to be able to get the most out of his effect with the new cards that's also been revealed or waiting to be revealed. And that's going to maybe give him an edge over maintaining that energy marker, whereas other decks might not be able to generate so easily. I have a lot of faith and hope in this leader. The art is absolutely amazing, and I really do love black cards. I'm a black player, literally. I'm black and I'm a player, but more importantly, I play black cards. I really do love the concept of manipulating energy markers and being able to utilize them for specific effects. I do think that with this leader, you might be able to play other old cards, such as the 2-drop that can switch things to rest mode, unlock them as well. Because you'll have access to an energy marker always, no matter what. And so I think it's really powerful. So that's it for the leaders, as you guys can see. So we'll just do a quick synopsis. We have the red Goku, which is going to give our DA battle cards 10k. We have Vegeta, which is going to mill ourselves and then get plus 20k and use very powerful effects for having multitudinous amount of cards in the drop. We have the the Goku that is going to awaken at 3 life and going to be able to swing for 30k every turn and discard cards from his hand when his life is at 2 or less to heal life. We have the Janemba, which is going to be able to untap 2 energy, really extending our plays and doing just crazy shenanigans that we'll probably see. Then we have the Gogeta that's going to give us energy markers pretty much every turn. We won't be without. And so that's so far from the product release. As you guys can see, now we're going into our next point. We have a collaboration with the Dokan Battle, which gives us our Dragon Ball Z Dokan Battle art. We have some reprints of some of the older cards, some of our favorite cards, and they're reprinted in the Dokan Battle art, which looks pretty dope. So we can zoom in. We have the 4-drop Goku. They have Dokan Battle stance, which are amazing. This is the Double Strike Goku for the GT deck. We have the On Play Boo card. This is the Boo that takes the life. We have the 5-drop Gohan that is for green. At the end of the turn, you will kill something 3 or less or play a 3 or less from your hand, which is very powerful. We have the 2-drop 30k Trunks that will be placed at the bottom of your deck at the end of the turn. We have the Glimpse card that Taku played a lot, the extra card, which is a very powerful red card that's not being played at this moment. We have the 3-drop battle card, the Vegeta Tournament of Power, that is going to pitch 2 cards, get 50k, and KO something 25k or less. We have the Zamasu that is going to, when attacking, draw 1 card, and then when he's KO'd, you can play him once per turn from the drop. We have the on-play Android that is going to ramp energy, and we have the blocker Cooler, which is not really important. Then we have the field card for black that we don't typically play, and those are going to be the 10 cards that did the actual collaboration with Dokan Battle, and they're actually pretty dope. Now we have the typical reprint cards that we see in every set, which is the special reprint or art version of the cards. They chose to do the popular female characters. As you guys can see, we can zoom in, they actually look good. We have Android 18, she's the 2-drop that looks at the top 5 cards, adds a Krillin or what have you. So she's the 2-drop searcher. Interesting choice. 2 energy is a very big investment to search and stack your super combos to the bottom of the deck. But yeah, I digress. We have Vidal, which is a great choice. Very beautiful looking card. When attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, add up to 1 non-blue Vidal with a cost of 3 or less and Earthling and its special traits from your drop to your hand. This is the main blue card that is being utilized in every blue deck. So yes, I really agree. She's going to be dope, possibly very expensive. And then we have the Pan from the black decks. On play, take a life, and then she can pop an energy to draw a card. And if you use an energy marker, you can bounce a 4-drop or less from your opponent's field to their hand. And yeah, that's beautiful cards, wonderful cards. I think they could have made a better choice with the Android card, but hey, it is what it is. They chose to stick with 2 drops. and that's the 2-drop they chose to stick with. So yeah, going into our next one, we have the digital codes. As you guys can see, this is going to allow players to have access to these wonderful cards on the digital version of the game. So make sure you open them packs and you stack them codes so that you can get these same cards on your digital app. And as you guys can see, just a breakdown. It releases February 14th, 2025. And the pre-release date will be a week before that, which is February 7th. There's 133 types of cards in total, 12 cards and 1 promotional digital code. And the pack rarities, there are going to be 5 leader cards, 40 commons, 31 uncommons, 30 rares, which are going to be our 4U cards, 12 super rares, 2 types of secret rares, and then we have a special reprinted art, and there are going to be 3 types of those, which is pretty broken. And then we have the Dragon Ball Z Dokan Battle collaboration reprints, 10 types in total. This product also includes 21 types of its new cards or art version, and that's big. So that is what we're looking at for set 5 or FB05 new adventure. Okay, so pretty interesting product. Can't wait to get it, as you guys can see. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Check back in because we're going to be doing some preview reviews. Just think our thoughts and concerns about the cards, and we can talk about certain strategies that are going to be employed with those new cards. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like and make sure you hit that sub button, guys, as we will be bringing more Dragon Ball Super Fusion World content to your screens. Like always, guys, it's been a pleasure. Stay super.